Hello and welcome to this CircleSoft tutorial. My name is Cameron and I'm one of the trainers here at Circle. This video will be covering how to process a returns job and I hope it helps. To begin with, as always, we want to start on our back office homepage before heading over to returns and search to begin our list. Now there are two methods to generate your returns list, first being manual and the second being an automatic generation. To manually create a list, all you have to do is scan the barcodes that you want into this box here and click search. This will bring up those specific titles for you to customize and add to your return cart. The other method of generating a list is through each particular supplier. For example, I can add in United book distributors here, and from then on I can also filter by category if I would like. Next, you can add a filter which will tell Circle what to search for. You can either choose from the first invoice date, the last invoice date, or the publication date, or no filter at all. The first invoice date will bring up, as you can see here, how many days it was since the first time you purchased that particular title. It'll also tell you how many days since you last sold it, as well as how much stock you have in store. If I were to type in a value here and click off, it'll also tell you the suggested value to return. This is up to you though. You can also see the advanced details of how many you've bought, how many you've sold, and how many you've returned total. This is probably the primary way you will want to generate your returns list. The next one is by filtering by the last invoice date. As you can see, it is quite similar to the first invoice date. However, it separates each sale or each invoice separately for you to choose which invoice you want to send them back on. It also shows how much stock is available, how many days till it's firm sale, and you can also see the advanced sales as well. Lastly, you have the filter for publication date. This will see what titles in your database have a publication date within your parameters that you have set. This one can be useful as some suppliers go off the publication date rather than invoice date, and would be necessary for that. You can also choose to edit these different parameters to be how you want. For example, you could go from 6 to 12 months if you didn't want to send as many back. For this, I'm going to be going off first invoice, just because it's a bit easier with 3 to 12 months, as that is the basic. Most suppliers will give you a year's sale return, so 12 months from invoice date. However, be sure to check with each individual supplier's terms so that you don't send back unauthorized books. Now from here, all you'll want to do is find the title that you want, how much is in stock, and how many you want to return. From here, it'll do whichever invoice date is earliest. As you can see, this is 356 days since first purchase or invoice, and then it slowly gets lower and lower as it gets closer to today's date. From here, all you have to do is choose how many you want to send back of each title, and then all you have to do is click add to return cart. From here, it'll bring up a nice list, and all you have to do is add a reference for what you want it to show up in the system. I've already got it typed up here, but let's say this is the United return for May. From there, we just want to post, and it will come up with this nice returns request that you can send off to the publishers or your rep, depending on who you send it to. It will automatically default to whichever supplier you chose in the when you are searching. However, if you did want to send it to anyone else, you can just change it down the bottom here. I'm going to change it to myself. And then from there, all you have to do is click confirm, and that will send off the RA to the publishers. From here, all you have to do is wait for your publishers or your suppliers to get back to you with a RA approval, and from then you just click on here to bring up the list and input your approval number. I'm just going to create just a random number. Let's just say it's that. From there, you can post, and it'll go into awaiting processing. After each step, you will have to go into the next tab up the top to complete the process. From here, you want to go down to the job, which we can see here. This is the supplier's approval number, which we put in. Click on it, and that will bring up our picking list. From here, you just scan pick all the titles that you want to send back. I'm just going to click pick all. Normally, you would do this individually so you don't mistakenly send back a book that you which hasn't been approved. And from then, you will want to box up and then send up a pickup email to your couriers. Once you have boxed up and included all the paperwork, all you have to do is click post and wait for your credit notes to come in. When that does happen, again, same as before, just click on the job, go down, and you can input the credit note, where it will then be moved to the completed column. I hope this helps with any questions you have on how to complete our returns. If you do have any other questions, feel free to send an email through to support@circlesoft.net. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.